Hi, how are you, my brothers? I'm your elder brother, Kiran Roy. I've just completed my 12 kilometers run and immediately I've come here to address this topic for today, which I've received lots of questions about. Actually, I've received lots of comments, DMs saying that Kiran Bhaiya, I've just had a very bad, very painful divorce and I'm extremely depressed. So please help me to come out of it. So, firstly, let me tell you even I've been even I've been one amongst you. It's been 3.5 years that even I've had a very painful divorce, and in fact that was what brought the biggest change in my life because I did not sit and cry. I chose not to sit and cry. I chose to completely transform myself in every aspect of my life, be it financially, be it physically, be it emotionally, be it mentally. I changed the game completely. I did not wallow in self pity. I completely focused only on myself and I channelized and harbored the pain, the extreme pain, into positive growth. So let me tell you, coming out, as in the act in itself of a divorce, is like a storm. It's like the biggest storm you've ever faced in your life. I very well understand the pain, the feeling, the depression that comes associated with it. But trust me, like every storm, even this will pass. It passed for me, it will pass for you. So before I start giving you my points, which I've personally encountered, which I've personally stumbled upon by encountering and experiencing them. So all the points which I'm going to make today are based on personal experiences only. So be rest assured I will help you with this because I'm who better than me because I've been through it and I've come out victorious out of the ordeal. So don't worry at all. This pain which you're going through at the moment is temporary. And this not only holds for a person going through a divorce, but it also applies to a person who is going through a bad breakup for that matter. So, anybody who is going through a bad breakup, who is going through cheating, who is going through betrayal, who is going through all the negative emotions in the world, this video is applicable for you. This is made only for you, and don't worry, I'm with you. I've been through it, so I can completely understand your pain. So there is nobody better than me to give you the solution based on the pain you're going through. Because I'm an emotional person myself, I'm an artist. I very well know what pain means. Because I'm a guy who feels pain also 10 times more than a regular mechanical person. And I feel happiness also 10 times more than a regular mechanical person whom you meet every day. Because I've never been one amongst those. I've always felt pain. All all the myriad of emotions, I've been feeling them 10x more as compared to a regular herd follower. So the first point for today, which I would like to tell you is pain is pain is like the pain which you're going to feel now is going to be unlike any other pain which you've ever encountered in your life because this pain is completely different because in this pain lots of memories are associated, lots of good times. Of course the bad times are there, but the human psychology works in such a fashion that even though your wife or your girlfriend would have done lots of bad things to you, but still you will focus on that one small good thing which she had done with you. Haven't you felt the same? Because though she has done lots of bad things to you, she cheated on you, she slapped cases on you, domestic violence cases on you, she demanded a huge alimony to give you the divorce, lots of things, lots of bad things she would have done with you, but still your mind will go towards those small good gestures which she might have done in the past. She might have prepared a good meal for you. She might have waited for you to come back from work. So lots of, in spite of the bad things which has happened, it's common tendency psychologically for us men to come and focus only on those small good things which she had done, which is a small amount, which must be just 2% of the entire ordeal. Only 2% might have been good. 98% would have been bad. But still, our human mind of a man functions in such a fashion that we will still tend to focus only on the small good things which she had done. So consider that as a normal process. So firstly, what I'm trying to tell you is, don't think that you are doing something wrong by focusing on the good thing which happened, because that happened with me also, that happens with each and everybody, that has happened with each and every person whom I have counseled till date. And for those who have just known me, I've been counseling people since the past 10 years professionally, and prior to that 10 years I would do it unprofessionally. So don't worry at all, I'll be giving you complete solution to each and every aspect of yours. Sun is coming on my face, so I'll change the location. So my first point is, channelize your pain, your raw pain, into power. That's exactly what I had done. I got divorced 3.5 years before. And the day it happened, I did not drink. I did not cry. What I did, that same day, I permanently quit drinking, because I was a proper drinker, not a normal, casual, or occasional drinker. I was a daily drinker prior to my divorce. I used to drink daily, and I very well knew that now if I continue drinking, it's going to go in a downward spiral. I'm not going to like come out of it. I won't be able to come out of the pain, because as you all must be knowing, and even if you're not knowing, take it from me, that drinking worsens your emotional condition. Suppose if you're already sad, you'll be even more sad. Though initially you get the impression that it is helping you get out of your depression, but it is not. Initially, just for the first couple of 30 ml drinks, with every drink I mean 30 ml, not 60 ml, which is the norm in the Indian subcontinent. One drink means 30 ml, 30 milliliters. So for the first couple of drinks, as in 160, you can consider, you get that bit of dopamine rush, which gives you the impression that it's helping you come out of your depression. When in reality, it is just paving the way for more cortisol to follow after, with along with each and every more drink which you have, apart from the first two drinks, apart from the first two 30 ml drinks, your cortisol starts increasing, which makes the matter even more worse. When that happens, and when you get in that drunken stupor, when you get into that drunkenness, the problem at hand starts to get magnified, apart from that initial period in which it was helping you take away from it, but that was only for that initial two drinks period. But from the third drink onwards, it starts its downward spiral, wherein the problem at hand, those thoughts becomes magnified in front of you. Suppose if you were happy, you will feel more happy. If you are depressed, you will feel more depressed. If you were thinking about something or somebody, that will even get elongated and more magnified. So it's a downhill proposition, it's a completely bad proposition. So the first step which I did that same day was, I quit drinking completely. So now I had a double whammy. I had double depression now. One is the depression of a divorce. Secondly was the depression of quitting drinking, because that had been with that the drinking partner which I had in the form of alcohol, that had been with me even way longer than my wife, than my ex. So you can understand the pain. And drinks was something which stood by me through good times, bad times, each and every time. Drinks was my best partner. Whoever drinks, they know that they are our best friend. But still, I had to say bye bye to my best friend, because I was aware, because I was counseling people. I knew the pros and cons of it. In fact, the cons were more. So I had to make all the right choices to be able to reach here where I am today. So it was only courtesy those choices that today I am in a position to guide and navigate your life. So the first thing which I did was, I quit drinking, which was a huge task for me. So now, when I quit drinking, I was divorced as well, same day. So now the pain was immense, immense pain I was going through. But I knew that if I just leave it at that, I'm never going to come out of it, because you have to take some measures, you have to take some action. And my mind told me that I'm already in immense pain. So if I just try to plaster it with a band aid or something, it's not going to happen. What came in my mind was, when a snake bites, what is the best antidote? Another poison is the best antidote for that. As in the same poison for that matter is the antidote. There is no other medicine. You cannot put sophromycin and cure a snake bite. Can you? You can't. Poison is the cure. So same way that theory came in my flashed in my mind, and I told myself that if you have to beat this colossal pain of divorce as well as quitting drinking, you will have to replace it with physical pain. You will have to give yourself torture of physical pain. And by physical pain, I don't mean cutting yourself with a knife or something. Physical pain means running, training with weights, and putting your body in such misery in a positive fashion that the other pain seems less in comparison. So the same day itself, I started, and not the same day, next morning when I woke up, normally I used to wake up at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock because I used to go to bed only at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock after a night of heavy duty partying. I used to go to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. and I used to wake up at 12 or 1 p.m. So the first change which I did next day was I tried waking up at 5, but I could not wake up at 5, so I woke up at 7 and I started running. But I could not because I was the biggest problem now. Another problem which came in my way was I was weighing 106 kilos. So because of years of abusing my body through drinking, junk food, and living the the roller coaster ride, the party life, the party animal life, I had reached 106 kilos. So now what should I do? I tried to walk, but even after walking 100 meters, I was gasping for breath. 100 meters. You won't believe it. Walking, slow walk. I could not walk because I never used to walk. I would only take my car, even for small chores, I used to take my car prior to that. So, first, I now realize that now running is out of question, which I had set out to do. Running is out of question. I'll have to build up by walking. So slowly, I increased my walking. Every day I would run, I would walk 100 meters because that was the max I could manage. But every day I would try to increase it by 20, 30, or 50 meters every day. So within a month or two, I could cover a decent distance in walking. Then I added brisk walking into the equation. I added brisk walk because earlier it was a leisure walk because even that was a big task for me. Even that was a big deal for me. But slowly, when I could manage that easily, I started brisk walking. And when I could do brisk walking, I added short intervals of running, slowly, slow run, jog, you can say. And when I could do that as well, I increased that jogging portion more. And slowly, it so happened that I could run all the way instead of walking. Walking would only be used for warming up the first initial 5 minutes. After that, I could walk, say around 1 kilo. I could run, sorry, I could run 1 kilometer. And slowly, I increased it to two, three. So today, and not today, I would say today, so of course, I'm in a good position, but I would say it did not take me a long time, but say in 7 to 8 months time itself, I could comfortably run at least 4 to 5 kilometers. I wouldn't exaggerate. 4 to 5 kilometers what I could manage, but that gave me the strength. That gave me the perfect. That was the perfect antidote I was looking for to take my mind away from that depression. So yes, it's not going to be a quick process, but see, in 6 months I could run 5 to 6 kilometers. Yes, but the process started right from the beginning itself, as in within a few weeks itself, when I incorporated running into the equation. From there itself, the healing process began for me, because from there itself, the pain which I had set out to replace, I set out to replace the emotional pain with physical pain, right? So that happened, that process began within the first, second week itself, because I was increasing my run, I was increasing my brisk walk. So in that process itself, it was a painful procedure, no two ways about it. For example, now it's like effortless for me, but that time it was giving me lots of pain to my body because my body was not accustomed to it. So that was the game changer, because just within 1 or 2 weeks of starting walking, running for that matter, I started seeing huge difference. In the way, see, the pain was still there. I am not saying that your pain will miraculously disappear from the equation. It's not going to disappear by any means. But what's going to happen is it is going to putting your body in pain, physical pain, is going to give you that coping mechanism to effectively handle that emotional pain which you are going through. You are getting it. Your pain is not going to subside overnight. There is no way to subside your pain or to take away your pain. It's not going to go away. But my strategy, what I mean by saying this, my strategy is you give your body that much pain that your coping power increases in helping you cope with that emotional pain which you have. So suppose if your emotional pain is over here currently, and now your coping mechanism is here, but once you put your body through immense pain of running, weight training, slowly your coping level reaches here, equal, on par, and it becomes easier from here on. Then it keeps on increasing your coping mechanism, and once when it reaches here, that is when that pain of your heartbreak seems nothing, because this pain is more. So in short, this gives you the coping mechanism completely slay, if not eliminate, but it will be in a very good position to cope up with that pain. And after that point on, it won't give you that much pain which you're feeling at the moment. So I've personally been through that. That's why I can bring it out in a very detailed fashion to you. So do as I say. If I completely acknowledge, you won't feel like running, you won't even feel like getting out of your bed for the initial few days. But that is when you have to take the initiative and get your ass off the bed and hit the concrete, hit the asphalt for that matter. So you have to go out. There is no other way out, because the first step is going to be the biggest step. But trust me, once you get going, you will look forward for that. The reason being, that is going to effectively start eliminating that emotional pain which you have, which I personally experienced. That's why I'm bringing out in open. It 100% worked with me. It 100% worked with all of my 1:1 clients, all of them for that matter. So don't sit there. Don't start drinking. Don't increase your cigarettes. Don't start taking drugs. Don't sit and watch Netflix and sad movies. Don't sit at home and listen to sad songs. Listen to upbeat or serious songs. Go out, put in everything you've got. And if even you are 106, if you happen to be overweight like me, which I was, no problems, take the first initiative, start walking 100 meters for the first day. Trust me, next day you'll be able to do 150, then 200, 300, and so on. And once you are able to walk 500 meters without any problem, that is when you can add little bit of jogging into the equation. Just add a little bit of jog, say 50 meters, then 100 meters, and do interval training. Walk for 500 meters, jog for 50 meters. Walk for 500 meters, jog for 100 meters. Do interval training and keep on doing it until your jogging becomes more. You don't feel the need for a walk after that, because now I don't feel the need. I just have to walk. In fact, I just hate walking now, but I have to start with my warm-ups. But otherwise I just hate walking, because walking is for because another psychological reason why I hate walking is because where I walk, majority of the people who walks are all aged people. All are 70, 80, even 90. They walk with assistance. So when I see myself walking, the impression comes in my mind that, hey dude, you are not a 80, 90-year-old man that you would be walking. You are a young man of 40 years old. You are just 40 plus. So you have to run. So that is what comes in my mind by default, and that doesn't allow me to walk now. So even that first 5 minutes which I walk for warm up is like a burden for me. But this is just my way. I'm not saying walking is bad. Walking is very good. In fact, I myself started with walking only. That's why I'm telling you that don't consider walking as bad. Walking is your best friend. But the pain thing which we need to give ourselves will come only from running. Leisure walk won't take you away from that pain, because that will help you process that pain, as in that will bring your pain to the forefront, because in walking lots of thoughts comes in your mind. Whereas in running, what happens is when you run, your body reaches a state of forced meditation. Your mind reaches a state of forced meditation without you even asking for it. That's the best part. You will ask why running, because apart from the physical pain which you are getting, now the main fun begins. Why I'm recommending running so much, because I myself realized that earlier when I started running, it used to give me immense physical pain, and that also helped me to come out of that pain of separation and of quitting drinks. But slowly, when I increase the running count timing, I realize that I'm not feeling the need to look into the watch because I'm getting into a state of meditation. Say after 20, I'm talking about the initial part, after 20, 30 minutes, I would realize, man, what happened? And when I would look into my watch, oh my goodness, 30 minutes have passed and I did not even realize it. Why? Because mind reaches a state of forced meditation. Forced meditation because you were not asking for it. You did not sign up for it, but you will still get that. So that's the beauty of running. It will put you in a state of forced meditation because there are lots of factors involved when you run. See, when you're walking, it's a leisure activity. It's a good thing to begin with, but it won't give you that meditative effect. It will give you a feeling, it will make you feel good, no two ways about it. It will take away, it will give you lots of happiness as well, but it won't put you in a state of trance or that self meditation which I'm talking about. That will only come with running, because when you're running, you're increasing your heartbeat. And when you're increasing your heartbeat, not just your heartbeat, each and every senses that you have is working in sync with each other. Eye coordination, feet coordination, your hands for that matter, your lungs for that matter, your ears to check out any outside sound. I mean, you're in a state of high alert. You're in a state of highest level of synchronicity. So that puts you in a meditative trance-like state. And that is when your real healing is going to occur in your mindset, in your psyche. So that is when that problem at hand will start getting in the background of your mind for the first time in your life. Because earlier, that problem was in the forefront of your mind, isn't it? You're only thinking about her, all the good times which you've had, all the bad times you don't think. As I said, you only tend to think about the good times which you had. So that is what we need to control, and running will put that in the background of your mind. And once it starts getting into the background, even for that matter, even for a period of 20 minutes for that matter, it is a victory for you, because that has paved the way for putting that thing into the back burner. That is our victory. So running is highly recommended by me for you. So my first point for today was channelize your pain. Channelize your pain channelize your emotional pain into physical pain for that matter. Because pain is raw power. It's up to you whether you use that raw power, raw energy in destroying yourself or in building yourself. I chose the latter. I lay the carpet in front of you to choose whichever path you want. But if you wish to follow me, choose the latter like I did, because we are victors, we are warriors. We don't sit and loathe in self pity. We go out in the open and we slay the problem at hand. We don't just keep it there. And we don't just sit and drink like losers, like a bunch of losers. We don't do that. We slay the problem at hand and we move ahead in life. We just don't sit there. Our life has to go on, and we have to make our life the best masterpiece which we have ever made.